Check this out. Know what it is? It's the circuit board traces of the Serge analog shift register. Pretty cool, huh? The analog shift register is in essence an elaborate kind of sample and hold circuit where incoming pitch voltage is sampled and cycled through a series of outputs at each clock pulse to be sent off wherever you might want them to go. Super cool, right? Let me introduce you to the Intellijel Shifty. First of all, it's non-analog, so we have to call it a shift register. The Shifty operates like a shift register, and it does some really cool things too. So check this out. Far out, right? Well, what's happening here? Pitch CV and gate pulses are being sent into the module from the sequencer of the Arturia key step. Shifty sampling the voltage at each gate pulse received. In addition to replaying it, those sample TV pitches are being sent down the chain of outputs as they descend in order until they're replaced by new ones. The order is selectable between forward, reverse, ping pong, and random. So what you're listening to is a tonal shifting of each note as it's played, creating overlapping notes with different sources, which results in some very interesting results. You can sort of get this type of result with a switch. The notes don't descend in a switch, so a switch is not a shift register. It's also true that a shift register is not a switch. So what we have here is quite unique. Reminds me a little bit of the voice allocation in a Korg monopoly, which is like my all-time favorite synthesizer. In addition to being a modern digital shift register, the Shifty is also a voice allocator and note hocketer. What the heck is note hocketing? Note hocketing comes from a 13th, 14th century ars antiqua, where one instrument would begin a phrase with the first note, the second note would be played by a different instrument, the third note could be played by another instrument again. Musicians would go back and forth with a single melody line, producing really cool results. It's also done with singing, choral groups, all sorts of things. It's a far-out idea. Check out the Shifty voice allocating and note hocketing. I think that's beautiful. So what's happening here? Just like before, CV pitch and gate pulses are being sent into the module, but this time, with each gate pulse received, the output is shifted to the next output. So each note played is exchanged with the next available voice in the system. We begin with 2 voices, and then to 3, and then back to 2. This allows some pretty far-out performances of phrases and sequences, even really simple ones, allowing us to get much more from a small modular situation in a very unique way. This has changed the way I consider melody and how I think of my modular system. The Intellijel Shifty. It's a modern look and an absolutely brilliant idea.